Yesterday, Tyler Menega and Gravedigger dominated the competition, winning all 4 truck events and taking the first of 2 overall event championships up for grabs here in Greensboro. Blake Granger, Caleb Blood, and Armando Castro are not going to make it easy for Tyler to get his 2nd event championship this weekend. With 6 events in today's competition, every point matters as the clash for the Triple Threat Series event championship begins now. Hello everyone and welcome to Greensboro, North Carolina in the Greensboro Coliseum. I'm Scott Jordan alongside Zombies Bari Musauer and Keaton Stewart on the ground. Today's Monster Jam Triple Threat Series competition showcases 8 of the most elite driver athletes that compete each week in the E-Series Championship. This is the 2nd of 2 competitions this weekend, and Bari, as I stated earlier, Tyler won all 4 truck events here last night. How difficult will it be for him to repeat today?
It's going to be tough. You know, everything's got to be working in your favor, but Tyler is one of these athletes that loves to win, so he'll stop at nothing to make sure he puts that Gravedigger machine in the winner's circle.
Tyler Menega, one of the top superstars in Monster Jam. There's another one right there. Bari is a driver on the Triple Threat Series West Championship. Explain to the audience the nuance of the Triple Threat Series.
Well, Scott, you know, the Triple Threat Series requires the drivers to compete in racing, in two-wheel skills challenge, and freestyle, just like every other Monster Jam event. But the Triple Threat Series is extremely unique because it includes 3 additional events. First, there's an addition of a monster truck event in the form of the Donut Challenge, and then we have our drivers leave their trucks and go to demonstrate their off-road skills, competing in the ATVs and Speedster obstacle course race.
The winner of each competition will be awarded a total of 8 points, with a total of 48 points on the line. Our top point winner will be named tonight's overall event champion.
With this many events, Scott, consistency will be key for these drivers because the leaderboard can be flipped upside down in just one event. These driver athletes must be in top physical and mental shape to compete in the Triple Threat Series.
Bari is one of these competitors, and you know the athletes here tonight very, very well. Who's your favorite tonight to win the overall event championship?
I got to go with Tyler. I mean, he's my guy, man. We've been on tour for so many years together, and I know his will to win is just impeccable.
2 World Finals champions in the lineup, Blake Granger and Max D, Armando Castro and Toro Loco. Bari, before we kick off the event, break down the Triple Threat Series track.
Well, Scott, on the Triple Threat Series, the track is obviously a lot smaller than our stadium counterparts, but the action is still intense. We have so many obstacles that we can approach because this pod is an 8-sided pod. So you have to be really innovative and flexible. You got to know the boundaries of the truck and the track. Here in Greensboro, we have time racing, which means the truck is competing against the clock. So you have to be really precise and thread the needle on the track, especially when it comes down to that turn, because if you tag that turning box, you're going to receive a 5-second penalty, which could end your night for racing. I mean, you could literally go from first to last in a blink of an eye.
And that is exactly what happened when Monster Energy Racing began. It was Gravedigger's Tyler Menega kicking the races off with what proved to be an unmatched pace, but right there, clipping the turning box. Didn't matter how fast he crossed the finish line, 5-second penalty added to his time. So he finished this with 8.958, add the 5 seconds, and 13.958 was the time to beat for the rest of the field. But nobody else in the field had any problems. Everybody able to make it around clean as we watch Bernard Light in Alien Invasion talk about his run here around the final turn.
Oh, it was looking great until the final turn. He kind of washed out. Oh, he kind of collected that other obstacle there.
And Caleb Blood and Soldier Fortune was able to speed to 2nd place just behind the Raging Bull Armando Castro and El Toro Loco with the fastest time of the night. And we're going to show you how he got there. Precision around the turn, just enough on the brakes in this final turn. Sideways across the finish line, did not matter. That was the fastest time of the night for Armando Castro and El Toro Loco, the World Finals champion, getting it done on the racing track. And here's how he looked after that first competition of the night. 8 points going to the Crazy Bull, Bari.
Yeah, that's a great start for Armando. He's going to carry that momentum, hopefully, into the next event. You never know. He might come out of here with an overall event championship.
Tyler Menega Gravedigger has to turn it around tonight with 1 point right now. Let's go over to Keaton, who's with our racing winner, Armando Castro.
Armando, I just want to congratulate you on your first racing win of 2020. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Man, it's awesome to be able to win the first 8 points. Take that momentum to the next competition. We got ATV coming up next, man. Those things aren't easy, but yeah, my first win of 2020. It's nice, man. I started here 4 years ago. I won my first overall here in Greensboro, my first ever in my career. So hopefully I can do it again. You guys get loud, you guys get crazy, and we'll do the same. Greensboro, let me hear it!
Armando has put himself in prime position for the overall event win here in Greensboro with his racing win, and we'll see if he can parlay that into another strong finish as we move on to UNOH ATV Racing. Let's head down to the track and rejoin Keaton as she explains the ATV Racing format.
Behind me, the athletes have transitioned from their Monster Jam trucks to their ATVs, and the ATV competition is the true test of their Monster Jam University powered by UNOH training. Each athlete will race 4 laps in each heat. And remember, the finishing positions determines the starting positions for the ATV finals.
All right, thank you, Keaton. Let's go ahead and check our ATV Heat Brackets. All right, what are the advantages, or should I say disadvantages, to the inside and outside lanes?
You want to definitely be on the inside lane because that's going to give you the closest approach to that first hairpin turn. And if you can get a good jump, this is a 4-lap heat race, so it goes really fast. So you want to be in that first position. That way you don't have to worry about trying to pass somebody.
Our first heat has our current leader and Gravediggers Tyler Menega, who needs to come back from that misstep in truck racing. We'll find out right now if that's going to be an option for him. He starts out on the outside, trying to catch Kayla Blood on the inside. She is out to a nice lead as Tyler Menega now in Gravedigger spinning around, trying to catch up. It's a 3-way dance in the back. Kayla Blood out in front.
Wow, that was an amazing strategic move, how Tyler actually lined up on the very outside of the track, and he really carried a lot of momentum around that first turn to be able to power himself into second place.
The Soldier Fortune with Kayla Blood steering it all the way on this track here. She's an accomplished ATV racer. Of course, her husband, who we'll get into here in the next heat, the World Finals ATV champion. But Kayla Blood, no slouch. She's proven that right now, beating one of the best in the business in Tyler Menega on Gravedigger. But Bari, he is catching her and trying to find a gap to get by.
Yeah, but Kayla's not giving him any room to pass, though. She's doing a great job being defensive. Even Tyler right here gets up beside her. It doesn't rattle her. She's still got her composure, making it around the chicane here, and she's still got the lead on the 4th lap.
Now, he looked like he was trying to get one of her tires a little bit, trying to give himself an advantage, and Soldier Fortune is going to take the UNOH ATV Racing Heat number 1. Gravedigger Zombie El Toro Loco behind her in the standings now. ATV Racing number 2, we got Megalodon, Monster Mutt, Max D, and Alien Invasion, and Blake Granger, the world champion, gets stuck in the back as now Monster Mutt out in front. That is Aaron Basil in the lead.
Wow, yeah, Jack Brown looked like he stalled out there at the beginning of that race, and that caused him to get kind of bottled up with Blake Granger. So we'll see if Aaron can maintain this lead, and Bernard a close second.
We see the riders, these driver athletes getting off to the side, some even putting their bodies off to the side of the ATV. What advantage does that give you on these turns?
It's just all about weight distribution. If you can throw your weight around to be able to control that ATV, the faster you can go around the track.
Aaron Basil in the lead. Blake Granger now back where he belongs, up at the front, trying to find an opening to get by. Into the turns they go. Aaron Basil still with the lead. Blake Granger right behind him. Alien Invasion on his tail as well. We're getting down to the final finish here of the ATV Racing number 2. The pole goes down as Blake Granger now trying to jockey and runs right into the turn pole, and that gives Aaron Basil the window to take the win here in ATV Racing. He too, an Alien Invasion. There goes Bernard Light off the ATV.
Man, that was a wild finish. And it all because of that turning pole. It really caused some headaches for everybody out there. But Aaron Basil cruises on to the win.
The original Super Glue replay shows you here is that turning pole. It started to give Blake Granger some problems and now goes right in trying to push Monster Mutt off. And there he goes, knocking over the pole again. And that was ultimately the difference. They cannot get out of the way of that pole. And Alien Invasion's Bernard Light is okay, and he is waving to the fans, and he looks like he'll be able to continue to compete tonight in our ATV Racing main event. 2 preliminary heats over, Bari. We look now to our main event. This is where everybody's going to be positioned. What are you looking at here in the inside-outside lane?
Well, both lanes are going to have to get a good start. Both Kayla and Aaron have to get to that turn pole first.
It's time for our main event in ATV Racing. This is a black flag elimination event. Bari, tell us how this is going to work.
Well, Scott, the black flag elimination will feature all 8 of our drivers going head-to-head for the first time tonight. After the first 2 laps, the black flag elimination begins, and the 7th and 8th place athletes will exit the track. Then after the 3rd lap, the 5th and 6th place riders will be black flagged, and then after the 4th lap, our 3rd and 4th place riders will vacate the track, and then the 2 remaining riders will restart for a final 2-lap race, finishing with the winner collecting 8 points towards the overall event championship.
Now, with all 8 driver athletes on the track at the same time, what is your strategy if you're in the back of the pack? You only have 2 laps to get up to that 6th spot, so is it too big to overcome at that point?
Well, there's 2 approaches, really aggressive, or you can kind of wait for somebody to get tangled up and kind of sneak your way in there. But either way, you've got to work your way up. You don't want to ever be eliminated.
All right, we're about to get started. We see Kayla Blood. She has that pole position, that inside left lane up in the front. Aaron Basil, Tyler Menega right there with her. So Gravedigger, Monster Mutt in that 2nd and 3rd spot. But it is Kayla Blood, Soldier Fortune out first. And now we got a bit of a pack lineup there in the middle trying to get through that chicane. And a lot of things going on, Bari.
See, it's really a good advantage to have that first inside starting position, as Kayla did, because she's out to a good lead. Tyler's right behind her, though, and then there's Blake Granger right there, too, as well.
Now we have 2 eliminations coming up. The black flag will come out for that 7th and 8th spot to be eliminated. Kayla Blood with a nice lead as Alien Invasion and Monster Mutt are now heading back to the pits. Gravedigger in 2nd, Max D's, Blake Granger in 3rd, the ATV World Finals Racing Champion. Back in Orlando, he put on a heck of a show for the Triple Threat Series, but it is his wife right now that is getting it done, as now El Toro Loco and Megalodon, they're gone too.
Kayla's still maintaining that lead. As you can see, Blake is really pressuring Tyler, trying to get around him. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. Tyler's on the defense. He's doing a great job so far.
Max D and Zombie are eliminated. We are down to our final 2, and what a great race for Tyler and Kayla. And Tyler really needed this outcome to get back into the event after that mishap in monster truck racing. But Bari, Kayla, as we know, comes from that ATV background. So who do you like in this matchup between 2 super heavyweights?
Man, this is going to be good. I think Tyler might have a little edge, but I know Kayla really wants this win bad.
Now, one thing is certain, no matter who wins, none of us will be a surprise, as Monster Jam fan Amber Owens was earlier tonight. After spending 6 years in the United States National Guard, Kayla has reserved a special place in her heart for the service men and women of our military. So she naturally jumped at the opportunity to help make one family's homecoming a bit more special. Before tonight's event, Amber Owens and her son were excited by the opportunity to meet their favorite Monster Jam driver, Kayla Blood. But when the Soldier Fortune driver removed her helmet, the Owens family received the surprise of a lifetime, as the driver turned out to be Amber's husband, Service Warfare RSSN Owens, returning home from deployment. Everyone at Monster Jam would love to give RSSN Owens a well-deserved welcome home and are extremely thankful for his service.
Wow, it's really special to be able to, make that happen. It's just a true testament to all our nation's military. Very cool.
All right, we'll see if Kayla can give the Owens family something else to celebrate, like an ATV win by their favorite driver. They are lined up, Soldier Fortune on the inside, Gravedigger on the outside. One will get the 8 points as we get ready for our ATV Racing final 2 laps. 8 points on the line, and look at Menega trying to take the lead, but Kayla Blood not backing off.
Tyler was extremely aggressive. He got a great start, and he forced his way. He forced the issue and got that advantage around that first turn. Now he's got a lead.
You know firsthand, when he gets a lead, especially in this competition, he is tough to beat, and he is now getting some distance between himself and Kayla Blood as she struggles to get that lead back from Tyler Menega and Gravedigger.
Yeah, and you can see on the backstretch there, it really got rough. And Tyler just cruising on for a win there.
That's not cruising, that's gloating. We've seen it again from him. He slowed down, looked at her, and gave her the chance. It wasn't going to happen. Gravedigger needed that finish to get back into the hunt for the overall event championship. Now let's go back down to Keaton, who's standing by with our ATV winner, Tyler Menega, Gravedigger.
What a close race between you and Kayla Blood. The ATVs get so intense, but you just took that win. Tyler, how do you feel?
This is awesome. This is actually my first ATV competition win of the 2020 season. Guys, we are just getting started. The next competition is one of my favorites. and it's one of my personal best, guys. The two-wheel skills challenge. Who wants to see that Gravedigger truck on its nose? Who wants to see that Gravedigger truck on its bumper? Get loud!
There are a few things Barry Tyler Menega does not lack: confidence and charisma at the top of the list.
Also, the will to win. I mean, Tyler wants to win every time he hits the Monster Jam track.
With the first place win, Tyler Menega and Gravedigger inching his way up the leaderboard, but with two consistent finishes, it's Soldier Fortune's Caleb Blood with the top spot. Each of our 8 drivers will be tested on how well they can maneuver their Monster Jam trucks on 2 wheels. It's time for the Great Clip Skills Challenge recap. Our overall leader, Caleb Blood, had a disappointing showing, giving the fans this sky wheelie, but Barry only got her in 6th place.
Yeah, the key here in the Triple Threat Series has got to be consistency. You got to be able to, maintain a good finishing order in each one of the competitions.
Bernard Light Alien Invasion swung it back around. Not anything there. Here's Blake Granger, Max D. He'd finish in 4th. Look at that incredible popper into that moonwalk back and forth on the freestyle pad. Whoa. That's precision. Didn't land the save, though.
Yeah, that's one of the things that will get you, they'll bite you, is the obstacles will trip you up. And if you're going in reverse, you won't even see what's coming at you.
Joe Uri and Zombie with the reverse popper, flipping it all the way over. Try to get the save, could not make it happen. And then Armando Castro and El Toro Loco, he has had a pretty solid night so far, getting it up on the front 2 tires, letting the smoke out, and just back and forth. The skill of Armando Castro, incredible in this competition.
It takes so much composure to be able to harness all your adrenaline and really focus on not, being out of control doing a move like that.
It was Tyler Menega and Gravedigger keeping his word to the audience, proving once again why he is one of Monster Jam's elite driver athletes, pulling off this unbelievable switch moonwalk to wheelie. How is he able to pull this off?
Man, this is incredible. This is one of the hardest combo moves you can do, and he brings it into a nice walking wheelie. Just amazing control.
So another competition win for Tyler Menega and Gravedigger, 9.787. And here's where the full field place in the Great Clip Skills Challenge with the win. Tyler now within striking distance of that top spot. Keaton caught up with our winner.
Tyler, I get to interview you again up on this pod. You've got to be feeling pretty good about now. How does it feel to take home another win?
This is awesome, two-wheel skills, one of my favorite competitions out here. I love standing it up and balancing that truck on its nose. That right there was for you guys. Home state of Gravedigger, guys. I won't stop talking about it. Let's give it up for Gravedigger in North Carolina.
And the fun does not stop here because we have the donut competition coming up next. What can your fans expect from you there?
Donuts are always fun to come out here and spin as fast as you can. But I'll tell you right now, we got 3 more competitions, Speedsters, and then everybody's favorite, Monster Jam Freestyle, guys. It's what Gravedigger created. Dennis Anderson created that freestyle competition, and I'm going to run that truck straight into the ground for you guys here today.
It's time for the original Super Glue Donut Challenge recap. Donuts are about speed, control, and most definitely wow factor. And Barry, as we take a look at our top 5 Super Glue Donut Challenge finishers, tell us what the drivers have to do to perform a textbook donut.
If you can get a good starting position your truck in the center of your lane, because we've got to do these donuts on the downstage and the upstage part of the track. So you got to make sure you're in a good starting position.
Bernard Light Alien Invasion, he would finish in 4th. That's just a cool looking truck. The kids love it, but he's a guy that can back it up. He's a former stuntman, played Spider-Man in Marvel Universe Live. Now the brand ambassador for Alien Invasion, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco getting the smoke. That just adds to the donut. But it's tough to top each other when you got these driver athletes just spinning around the track with reckless abandon.
Yeah, sometimes it's all about the order in which you do the donut as far as the field goes, because each truck digs its own little donut trench, and if you can get down to below the dirt, you might have a chance of really doing a really fast donut.
It was once again the black and green wrecking machine that took the win, looking unstoppable. Tyler Menega just knows how to do pretty much everything the right way and everything better than anybody else when he wants to. He finished 1st in the donut competition. Another incredible win for Tyler Menega here tonight in Greensboro. There are your donut point standings. 8 points going the way of Gravedigger. Caleb Blood getting 7. Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, he gets 6. So his 3rd win of the night. He's racking it up. He's stacking it up. Let's see how the overall event standings stack up for each of our 8 competitors through 4 events. With that win, Tyler Menega was able to take the lead from Caleb Blood and Soldier Fortune and Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, a 1-point lead, not a whole lot in the Triple Threat Series.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the top 3, even the top 4 with Joe Uri, you still got anybody's game right now. It's just really based on who can be consistent in these last 2 events.
Tyler Menega not the only one making big moves. It's time to check in and take a look at our Monster Energy action of the week. We go to Tampa, Florida, Raymond James Stadium. Matt Pagliarulo and Jester would win his first career stadium freestyle competition, and he did it with an incredible move like this bicycle save. Unbelievable moment, unbelievable night for Matt Pagliarulo, Jester, and the entire team, Tomfoolery Motorsports. What a night, what a move, and that is the Monster Energy action of the week. And it's time for the Lucas Oil Speedster Obstacle Course. Our athletes will race these speedsters through the course featuring 5 turns and 3 jumps. The track has been designed to challenge these machines' handling, agility, and speed. Drivers will be immediately disqualified if they hit a turn pole, so a driver's skill is also put to the test. This competition is aggressive and unforgiving, as our drivers will bump, bang, and pass one another to claim the event points towards the overall event championship. Taking a look at the bracket here, the Lucas Oil Speedster Obstacle Course. Barry, a guy that stands out to me, El Toro Loco. That is Armando Castro. He is a World Finals Speedster Racing champion.
Yeah, you have to be aggressive, and Armando is definitely aggressive when it comes to driving these speedsters. So anything can happen out here. That's what I love about the Speedster Obstacle Course. I can't wait to see the action, man. The points race is tight, so I'm ready to see it.
Blake Granger, Max D, Jack Brown, Megalodon going to kick off round 1. The Speedster Obstacle Course, up the pod they go. And Blake Granger getting the inside advantage to Jack Brown and Megalodon. So here goes Max D taking it wide, and Megalodon making the move. So taking advantage was Jack Brown.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Blake, but now he's fought his way back into the lead. It looked like, oh, Jack Brown's taking a little detour over there.
That is a Jack Brown move. We've seen it before. Jack Brown taking some detours. He's still back in the competition. Max D trying to make the final turn here, taking it a little rough as Jack Brown catches up in Megalodon, but it is Max D's Blake Granger advancing to round 2 as we take a look at the original Super Glue replay. That's where he went wrong. He went wide, and Jack Brown took advantage.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the dirt conditions here, and it looks like this dirt's a little loamy, like it's getting ready to go away. So we'll see as this bracket goes on what happens with all these speedster races.
Bernard Light, Alien Invasion, Aaron Basil, and Monster Mutt up the pod they go. A little bit of bumping going on as Monster Mutt taking the advantage. Outside lane, Alien Invasion trying to plug it inside, but it is Monster Mutt who fends him off down the straightaway and into the turn they go. Monster Mutt now with a sizable lead.
Yeah, it looked like Bernard took that second turn a little too wide, and he lost a lot of momentum. And it looks like Aaron's got a pretty comfortable lead now in Monster Mutt. He's just got to make this last turn and not go up on 2 wheels, finish it out for the win.
That's a nice run for Aaron Basil and Monster Mutt advancing to the semifinals. Alien Invasion is eliminated. These two now have been going back and forth all night for the lead. Tyler Menega, Gravedigger, Caleb Blood, Soldier Fortune, up they go. This is going to be crucial. It is Gravedigger with a bigger advantage, a 1 speedster length down that pod, and now he's trying to spread it out here on the straightaway.
And Tyler loves driving these speedsters. They just fit his aggressive driving nature. Kayla is right there behind him, though. She's not wanting to let him have any room. And if Tyler makes a mistake, she can sneak in. See right here inside? Uh-oh.
Oh, she gets tangled up with him, and she's going to push him across the finish line. They're going to have to stop and pull it back, and it's going to be a battle of tires here. Who can get their tire unclipped first as Caleb Blood trying to get back in the race, but Tyler Menega and Gravedigger, and that was closer than I thought it was going to be. Gravedigger advancing.
Wow, that was wild. As you can see, Tyler actually has his speedster in 2-wheel drive, so it allows him to rotate better around the turns, but he gives up the traction, though, that you need to, accelerate.
Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, Joe Uri, and Zombie, a world champion lined up against a young kid here in Joe Uri who has a lot to prove. He gets down the pod a little awkward. Armando Castro taking advantage. Talk about the difference between the Speedster Racing and the Speedster Obstacle Course. Armando Castro, a world champion, but not technically on this course.
Well, there's 2 different driving styles. You have to be aggressive when you're on the obstacle course track like this. When you're on the racing track, the actual roundy-round track, oh, Joe Uri, watch out there. When you're on the roundy-round track, you don't have to worry about contending with each other, as far as bumping and banging.
Round one did not disappoint, and with the semifinal bracket set, Barry, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, has to be excited for his matchup against Tyler Menega and Gravedigger. And once again, only 1 point separates these two in the overall point standings, and that's going to be a detriment to Kayla Blood and Soldier Fortune. She's now eliminated from this, and so these two have a chance now to take the event lead. But first, we got Max D and Monster Mud.
Yeah, you can't leave out, Blake Granger from that conversation. He's definitely there right in the thick of things, so he could be a sleeper and not even know it. So he's got a commanding lead right now over Aaron Basil and Monster Mud.
And Max D won this competition here last night. It was a great... Oh, and he's outside the lane now. So again, Monster Mud taking advantage, coming down the ramp, and he's going to go around a little wobbly again in the turn, trying not to hit that turning pole, as Aaron Basil now trying to finish this off and get to the finals. And Blake Granger on two wheels almost rolled it, but it's Monster Mud advancing to the finals.
Wow. So here we go. I mean, this is setting up for their overall event championship points. I think things are going to be shaken up after this Speedster obstacle course event.
And you mentioned Max D now being eliminated, so it's down to these two here. Who's going to take the lead in the overall event championship race? Armando Castro, El Toro Loco, gets bumped by Tyler Menega and Gravedigger, who takes advantage of that, and now out in front of El Toro Loco. A lot on the line here, Bari. Not just a trip to the finals, but the event championship up for grabs.
Nobody wants to lose this race. I mean, they are aggressive. They're fighting tooth and nail, back and forth. Tyler's got a slight edge. He's going to go inside, outside here, and let's see what happens.
Oh, Armando rolls it. He had a chance to win and could not save it. So Tyler Menega and Gravedigger advances to the finals. And Barry, he is one race away from what could be his fourth win of the night. He started out slow, but we talk about consistency being key in the Triple Threat Series.
It's always that important. Consistency is the major key when it comes to the Triple Threat, because there's so many events, and you've got to maintain a good finishing order in each one of them.
Here we go, our Speedster obstacle course racing final. And Tyler Menega, Gravedigger off to a nice start, just perfect up the pod and back down. A long way to go for Monster Mud to catch up.
Yeah, he's checked out. Tyler is on kind of a cruise control now, and he's just doing a lap like he normally would without any beating or banging from Aaron Basil. Look, he's so composed. He even just waved to the tech official there. I don't know if you saw that or not, but there he is across the finish line.
I saw it. Another gloating move by Tyler Menega, winning the Lucas Oil Speedster obstacle course. Another win for the black and green wrecking machine. 4 on the night, 4 in a row. And Bari, it appears Tyler was not at all deterred with his early racing penalty that got him only 1 point at the beginning of the night.
Yeah, and you can see mental toughness comes into play when you talk about, look how many wins Tyler has wrapped up. He's got 4 in a row now. And look, Kayla Blood, who he's right at the top of the overall event championship leaderboard on, she only got 2 points in that event, so he really made some room there.
Well, coming off his 4th win in a row, let's head back down to Keaton standing by with Tyler Menega.
Tyler, you have got to be getting pretty comfortable up on this pod.
This is awesome. Night of first ATV win, first Speedster win. But like I said, wouldn't be doing as good without you guys behind me right here in this home state of that Gravedigger truck. I feel right at home right now. You fans are awesome. And next is Monster Jam Freestyle, guys. Who's ready to get wild?
With another win, Gravedigger's Tyler Menega has put a good cushion between himself, El Toro Loco, and Soldier Fortune, but they're not completely out of it, as both have finished consistently in the top of each competition tonight. They are going to need Tyler to slip up a little bit, as this has now become his event to lose, Bari.
For sure, but no lead is safe. You definitely want to close this out with a good freestyle.
For nearly 30 years, Monster Jam trucks have been pushed to their limits, drivers demonstrating awe-inspiring big air jumps to astonishing technical moves. That's why it's important to have partners who help keep our trucks performing at their absolute best. Lucas Oil has made that possible. From transmission and hydraulic fluids to engine oil, Lucas Oil products are the lifeblood of Monster Jam. It's time for everyone's favorite Monster Jam event, freestyle, and this is how the event is scored. Each of our drivers will attempt a freestyle run filled with non-stop action, flow, like this incredible sky wheelie from Max D into a popper down the freestyle pod, momentum like my good friend Bari Musawa coming across the pod, and then back down, and then wow moments like Blue Thunder in this stoppy into a reverse moonwalk. It's special moments like this that allow these drivers to push their Monster Jam trucks to its limits. Each driver is awarded a score by you, the audience. Fans in attendance at our Monster Jam events provide each driver a score immediately following their run. Now, fans judge our drivers based on a number of things, including creativity, technical moves, as we see El Toro Loco getting a wheelie across the freestyle pod, bringing it back down into a nose wheelie. And combinations like this one with Gravedigger getting a backflip into another nose wheelie. And of course, you have your wow moments like this huge air from Zombie. However, to qualify for a score, drivers must complete the first 20 seconds of their run. We kick it off with your Zombie Nation teammate, Joe Uri, the youngster here, one of the youngest superstars in Monster Jam, with a great jump off the pod to get it started. That's what you're looking for to get that momentum going, to get the crowd on your side.
Yes, he's got great momentum starting out freestyle. I like it. Let's go, Joe.
He was a huge Monster Jam fan, worked his way into Monster Jam University. He says his driving style is smooth, controlled, and aggressive. And you talk about him debuting here in Zombie in 2019. He actually filled in once in Rosemont. I believe you may have competed against him in Soldier Fortune Ice. He filled in for Tony Oaks.
I did. And Joe was very aggressive that night. I remember that vividly. And he's doing a great job here so far. Kicking off freestyle, you always want to grasp the fans' attention, and he's doing it.
Joe Uri now with another sky wheelie in Zombie, carrying the flag of Zombie Nation here in the Triple Threat Series East. Again, the final competition tonight in Greensboro at the Greensboro Coliseum. What an incredible event we've had so far. We are not done yet, as 8 of the most incredible superstar driver athletes are here, and this is one of them, and he's putting on a clinic. Here comes a donut.
Well, he locked up the rear planetary on the driver's side there, and it was great. I don't know if he meant to do it, but he went right into a donut, and it worked out great for him. Good job, Joe.
Not a bad score to kick it off here for Joe Uri. Now we move on to Bernard Light in Alien Invasion out of Albany, Georgia. Been around behind the wheel of Alien Invasion since 2017. Another graduate of Monster Jam University. Talk, Barry, a little bit about what makes these graduates from MJU such a right fit for the Triple Threat Series.
It's because you get so much seat time to be able to hone in on your skills, to be able to drive these Monster Jam trucks better and better every time you go out there. See, Bernard just attempted a little stoppie there, and that's just something that comes with time, to be able to do it and see what it feels like, and Bernard's doing a great job progressing.
I've been able to watch him every year compete at different events up and down the world since he started. And every year I feel like a guy that makes the most improvement over the previous year is Bernard Light in Alien Invasion. I see something different from him every year he steps on the track. And he's just doing some incredible things. He's technical moves, tried for a stoppie there, missed it, but still has that technical prowess, which is so crucial in a freestyle run. There's a big jump at a sky wheelie.
Great sky wheelie. Right on the back bumper into a nice stoppie. Wow, see, that caught me by surprise. This Alien Invasion truck is great. I love the look of it.
And there's your new leader, Bernard Light in Alien Invasion, edging out Joe Uri in Zombie, Jack Brown in Megalodon. Got to jump the shark here. Megalodon, one of the more popular trucks in Monster Jam. Going to kick it started here with a nice jump over the freestyle pod. Not much air, but a little slap wheelie there for Jack Brown.
And he's even lost the rear tail already. The fans love to see anything with destruction, so when you lose body panels and stuff like that, they absolutely love it. Let's see if Jack can continue on this momentum. He's got an awesome new truck for this season up under him, built and maintained by him. You know, they built it there at the J.R. McNeil Racing Shop, so it's a really cool truck to have.
And Jack Brown, a part of Raising Cane Monster Trucks, which is J.R. McNeil's shop in DeLand, Florida. They've got Exterminator, Ice Cream Man, Raising Cane, FTI Torque, and now this incredible Megalodon beast, this 12,000-pound Monster Jam truck, is Jack Brown trying to take the lead away from Bernard Light and Alien Invasion. Now going back up over the pod, looking for another sky wheelie. Didn't quite have the throttle in place to get some air on that.
One thing I want to point out is if you got to get a good start to your freestyle to get in a rhythm, because the track here in the Triple Threat Series is so small, you've got to be in that rhythm to be able to just go from move to move seamlessly, and that's what makes a great Triple Threat athlete.
For Jack Brown, Megalodon, his run will come to an end, currently sitting in 3rd place. Not quite enough to take the lead. Here's Blake Granger and Max D. Last night in this building, he won 2 competitions. Tonight, he has not been at the top of any leaderboard. Very uncharacteristic for Blake Granger and Max D.
Yeah, usually Blake is right up there in the thick of things. I want to see if he can kind of redeem himself with a great freestyle performance here. And let's see if he can get in that rhythm that I talked about earlier.
Blake Granger out of Lafayette, Louisiana, a world champion, made history last year. Not only is the first World Finals ATV champion, but he's also the first fill-in driver to win a World Finals championship. He has not gotten himself a seat by virtue of anything other than filling in for other drivers, but he's made the most of that opportunity and has earned himself a spot in Max D.
Absolutely, and he's a great fit for Max D. He's got himself in that rhythm. You really have to almost anticipate what the truck is going to do before it actually does it. You got to make sure the wheels are turned before you want to, because you'll run out of space really fast here on the triple threat track. Wow, great sky wheel.
Great jump, gets the bounce and the save on the front two
yeah.
tires, and what is he going to do with it? How about him moonwalking it right back the way he came? That's a reactionary move, and that is what makes Blake Granger so talented inside Max D.
That was perfect, and that's one of those things will grab you a great score from the fans. They're going to go on their phones at judgeszone.com and make sure he gets in probably the first place, I'm guessing, because that move was like nothing we've seen all night.
It would have to be your new leader. It is your new leader. What a great move, and that is what you want if you're Blake Granger. It's been a very, very quiet night for him. As we look at the original Super Glue replay, there was the sky wheelie, the bounce, the nose wheelie, and then the moonwalk, and that's why Blake Granger in Max D is your current Monster Jam BKT Freestyle leader. And there's your top 5 overall point leaders. Can Gravedigger hang on, Barry?
Man, it's going to be tough. He's going to have to top that move that Blake did. That was awesome. He didn't plan that, which is what freestyle is all about.
We're back with BKT Freestyle. It is Armando Castro and El Toro Loco. It's his chance. The event championship, Barry, still in play for Armando Castro and El Toro Loco.
Yeah, he's going to have to bring it. Let's see what he's got for these fans here in Greensboro. Great first jump off that single log. The 8-pod freestyle track is really cool because you've got so many different approaches, and you know, us as Monster Jam athletes, we try to use up every inch of the track.
Another former Monster Jam super fan who now has the opportunity to shine in these Monster Jam trucks. He's also a trained EMT, so he's done a little bit of everything, going from this incredible career saving lives and helping people as an EMT to now performing and entertaining lives as a Monster Jam truck driver.
Really great throttle rhythm coming out of Armando Castro and El Toro Loco. I heard him shift from second back to first to get a good whole shot start approaching that last jump. Really cool.
Blake Granger and Max D, your current leader with the run of the night so far. Can El Toro Loco get to the top of the leaderboard with an incredible run himself? We know the popularity of this truck. A lot of fans come out in droves just to see El Toro Loco, and Armando Castro making quite a name for himself in Monster Jam as a world champion. There's a nice donut for El Toro Loco, seeing that dirt fly up. It's getting beat up, and Armando Castro's run is done.
Man, that was great momentum. I didn't even think the run was over, but man, that was awesome. Good job, Armando.
And here is Aaron Basil now in Monster Mud, a teammate of Jack Brown. We talked about him with Raising Cane Monster Trucks. So Aaron Basil out of Oregon has a twin brother, Darren, who also drives Monster Jam trucks. So it runs in the family. Darren Basil, a guy we've talked about on this show before. What do you expect to see out of him in freestyle tonight?
Well, Aaron knows exactly what these fans want, and he's got a great Monster Jam truck in Monster Mud. It looks good. It's another one of those trucks out of the Raising Cane stable. So Aaron knows these trucks from top to bottom. He's going to make sure he does a great freestyle, but usually he brings the truck back and it's all in one piece.
Consistent runs on this season for Aaron Basil in Monster Mud. Here, this Triple Threat Series East in Greensboro, North Carolina at the Greensboro Coliseum. Scott Jordan, Barry Musauer, Keaton Stewart on the call for you here tonight. Having a great event. We're not done yet. It's been the Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger show. He is yet to run a chance to win the overall event championship. He has won 4 competitions in a row, but Aaron Basil and Monster Mud going to try to make something happen here to take that 5th win away from him. Doesn't get a whole lot of air off the freestyle pod. What do? Can you turn it around and get some air coming back the other side?
I think this is one of the more aggressive hits. As you can see, he got the front end to pop up really nicely off that tractor tire obstacle. It looks like Aaron's going to round out that run with Monster Mud, 5th place.
Take a look now at your BKT overall point standings. Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger, as we mentioned, currently your points leader. El Toro Loco, Soldier Fortune, Max D, and Zombie, your top 5. So Armando Castro, El Toro Loco with a chance to win. Caleb Blood, Soldier Fortune with a chance to win as well. But right now we're going to take it back to last night. Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger, this backflip into a nose wheelie moonwalk. How did he end up in this move?
Wow, well, he under-rotated just a little bit, but he was still on the front 2 BKT tires, which allowed him to just have the presence of mind to shift that truck into reverse, and he just balanced it there. And man, that is awesome.
He won freestyle in the event championship here last night. If he replicates that move, it is over, and Gravedigger will walk out of here as the overall event champion, and that's a great way to get started. Sky wheelie on the freestyle pod.
Oh no, I just saw air come. Yep, he's got a flat tire. That's going to spell disaster, Scott.
That front left tire is gone, and that is going to end his night. A disastrous finish in freestyle for Tyler Menega. He is not going to win the overall event championship if Kayla Blood has anything to say in Soldier Fortune. Talk us through this. Where did that tire go wrong?
Right there on this landing, it just put a hole in the sidewall, which is uncharacteristic. And man, that's really unfortunate because now Kayla has the opportunity to take full advantage of that.
Now, she's had a very consistent night, finishing in second place in 3 of the competitions. A win here means she wins the overall event championship. You've been in a lot of events with her. What do you expect here? What can she do something to overtake Tyler Menega for this win?
Oh, for sure. You know, the door's wide open. And it looks like she's lining up for, she's lining up for the backflip.
Here comes the backflip. Soldier Fortune up in the air, lands it, bounces on the tire, and she hits the backflip. That could very well do it. She's got some time on the clock. What is next for Soldier Fortune after that incredible backflip?
Man, now she's just running off of adrenaline. If she can close this freestyle out, I think she's going to be in a good position to take over first place because she's the only one that's done a backflip tonight and been able to go on and finish out freestyle.
And she's not done getting the big air, now turning it back around, trying to get Soldier Fortune back up over the pot. Some more big air for Kayla Blood. This is what she needed. She's got to finish in first to win the event championship. Time is running down. She's got one more jump in her up on the pod, trying to make something happen here.
Let's see what she's going to do here. You know, your adrenaline is on 100 after you land a backflip, Scott.
Take a look at the scoreboard. We have a new leader in this competition, Kayla Blood, Soldier Fortune, 9.256, first place in Monster Jam Freestyle. You take a look now at the overall point standings, a tie at the top between Soldier Fortune and Gravedigger. Now, the Monster Jam tiebreaker rules state when drivers finish in a tie in overall event points, the driver with the higher freestyle score gets the overall event win. So our overall event champion tonight, Kayla Blood and Soldier Fortune.
Kayla, congratulations. You've got to be feeling so many emotions right now. How does it feel to take home the win?
Man, it feels great. You know, today we definitely didn't have the show that we were looking for, but it was all about consistency today. We came out here, we were consistent, put on a great show for Greensboro. We love you guys.
Consistency was clearly the name of the game here in Greensboro, even with 4 wins and the hometown crowd on his side. North Carolina, of course, Digger Country. 2 last place finishes spelled disaster for Tyler Menega and Gravedigger. Kayla kept Soldier Fortune in the hunt all night long, and with that dominating freestyle run, turned out the lights on the rest of the competition. For Barry Musauer and Keaton Stewart, I'm Scott Jordan. Thank you for watching Monster Jam.